In millions of Americans, the heart is violently pushing thick blood through tight, constricted vessels every single second of the day. Nearly half of all adults live with this internal friction. Because it produces zero symptoms, this silent pressure quietly damages the walls of your arteries, your kidneys, and your brain long before a doctor ever catches it. If you get a diagnosis, you usually face a frustrating choice: commit to a lifetime of prescription medications, or follow the incredibly vague medical advice to eat healthy. Managing blood pressure naturally is about calculated dietary exchanges. The standard American diet, high in sodium, acts as a chemical constrictor, stiffening vessels. Swap those for targeted nutrients, and specific plant compounds instruct your vessels to relax and flush out excess sodium. To do this effectively, you have to treat the grocery store like a financial portfolio. You need to weigh the upfront cost and prep time of your food against its biological return on investment. This dashboard compares our options, starting with the sodium flushers: bananas, beans, and lentils. Their mechanism is potassium. It counterbalances fluid retention by prompting your kidneys to pull excess salt from your bloodstream and flush it from your body. The required input here is incredibly low. Beans, lentils, and bananas are highly affordable, shelf-stable items. They require minimal financial strain and practically no kitchen prep time. The trade-off is strictly behavioral. To see a drop in blood pressure, you must consistently choose these carbohydrate-rich whole foods over hyper-palatable packaged snacks every single day. The sodium flushers offer the highest financial return on investment of any food category, provided you have the discipline to maintain an unbroken daily habit. The second group is the vasodilators: leafy greens, beets, and fresh garlic. The mechanisms are dietary nitrates and allicin. Your body converts naturally occurring nitrates into nitric oxide, while crushing fresh garlic releases allicin. Both compounds serve a highly specific function. They signal your blood vessels to relax and expand. This widening drops the physical resistance inside your arteries, immediately reducing the workload on your heart. The barrier to entry here is prep friction. These vegetables have a very short shelf life. They demand frequent grocery trips, intense washing, chopping, cooking, or juicing. With garlic specifically, you face a unique social trade-off. It delivers massive flavor without harmful salt, but you have to manage the systemic odor that comes with daily consumption. Vasodilators provide the most direct, powerful physical relief to an overworked cardiovascular system, but demand the heaviest daily tax on your kitchen prep time. Next is the premium tier, the structural supporters, including fatty fish, berries, and avocados. Dense in omega-3s, anthocyanins, and monounsaturated fats, they work slowly over the long term to reduce oxidative stress and physically repair damaged blood vessel walls. The input requirement here is steep. These are among the most expensive items in the produce and meat departments. They are heavily subject to seasonal pricing and possess highly volatile ripeness windows. Committing to 2 servings of fatty fish a week and a daily rotation of fresh berries or avocados requires a significant permanent expansion of your standard grocery budget. Structural supporters deliver unmatched foundational repair to your vascular system, but relying on them requires the financial privilege to absorb those recurring costs. The final category is the satiety foundations: plain oats and plain yogurt. The mechanism relies on soluble fibers like beta-glucan and high dairy protein. Together, they support healthy cholesterol and keep you feeling physically full for hours. Prolonging fullness directly supports weight management. Shedding excess weight is statistically one of the single most effective ways to lower your blood pressure naturally. The trade-off is navigating the hidden sugar trap. You have to aggressively read labels and sacrifice the immediate satisfaction of heavily sweetened, instant varieties for plain, unflavored options. Plain oats and yogurt are exceptional, low-cost tools for satiety, but their cardiovascular value drops to 0 the moment you accidentally buy a flavor loaded with added sugar. Purchasing the right foods is only half the equation. We have to look at the negative space of your diet, the items you must actively remove. The necessary input is a ruthless reduction in fast food, highly processed snacks, sugary beverages, and excessive alcohol. Cutting these items produces a massive, immediate drop in hidden sodium intake and systemic inflammation across your entire body. The trade-off is difficult. You lose the modern convenience of drive-thrus and ready-to-eat meals, and you will likely face frustrating adjustments to your social eating habits. But investing time and money into premium health foods is practically useless if your baseline diet remains saturated in inflammatory, processed ingredients. This chart maps a dietary blueprint based on constraints of time and money. Pragmatists anchor in the low-cost zone, focusing on oats, beans, lentils, and bananas. Optimizers with extra budget move to the high-cost zone, targeting fresh beets and wild salmon. Whichever path you choose, remember that diet is only one pillar. Proper sleep hygiene, stress management, and daily physical exercise are mandatory multipliers. Without them, these foods cannot do their job. There is no magical, instant cure for high blood pressure. You have to evaluate your lifestyle, look at the trade-offs, and choose the specific tier of foods you can actually afford to prepare and eat every single day for the next 10 years.